And we go.
Barbarella, psychedelic, there's a kind of cockle shell about you. Barbarella, Barbarella, dazzle me with rainbow color, fade away the duller shade of living. Get me up high, teach me to fly, electrify. With starry light above the stratosphere, bring your dearness near till the dawn comes tumbling down. Don't make a sound. Every word we need comes from the sky. Can't you read my eyes saying love? Oh, you give me a cold shoulder. Still I'm dying, girl, to hold you and make love.
So, welcome to another one of the unique shows hosted at the Steemit Ramble Radio. I am Ravijojla and my partner Anutu is here. Say hello, sweetheart.
Hey, hello to everybody. It's so good to see you all here at the Barbarella show today. Yeah, it's the first time and it's a lovely song we just heard. And Ravi, you did a great job, giving us all this cool music for the start.
Oh, I wish we have such a good music nowadays, but we need to keep modern, up to date, and this is what Barbarella show will offer you while maybe going a little bit backwards and then forwards and putting under the magnifying glass only and exquisitely good content, best creators. So why we do think that Ravijojla will be and Anutu will be your favorite host and Barbarella will be one of your favorite and funniest shows, guys? It's unique because the fun is where we are at. And by we mean you that are so kind to be here with us today. So here is what we are going to do today and many, many other days I hope to come. We will always have the Steemit trends and then the author of the day and then we'll do some free talk in the news of the world, which is your part, our dear guests. And we would ask you to be more active in your comments and maybe even live streamed on the certain topic of the day, which today is gossiping, and on the contrary, or versus the good content, discussing good content and what are the things that make a good content. Let us know your thoughts, please. And of course, our nail of the show will always be the big fish, and we have an extraordinary guest today. So please stay tuned. Anutu,
Yeah, how about getting right into the subject with some Steemit trends, Raviola?
I am fine with it.
All right, so guys, the Steemit trends of this Barbarella show. The first one we discovered is Foundation. I don't know if you heard about the Foundation project. You know, I wasn't aware it's online already. So Foundation is about crowdfunding on the blockchain. It's completely decentralized and you can just pop in, you know, post your favorite project, a charity project, a personal one, or whatever is you hold close to your heart, and just collect some funds on your project. You know, it's I remember me needing a new computer to not cutting out all the time. So it's just like, you know, everything you hold close to your heart. There's no limitation at all. I've been into Foundation now quite a time within this week. And I really like it a lot. So guys, check it out. Foundation is really a cool project. What do you think, Ravi?
Oh, it's something very new to me. And excuse me, I am blonde. So if you are going to tell us more about this, please, just for me, do it as I'm at the first grade.
Yeah, I'm blonde too. So
no,
yes,
that
and I
is
know
not doing it.
Barbarella. So the Foundation project is all about crowdfunding. So you know, maybe crowdfunding from the internet. I was never so much into crowdfunding because it's not decentralized. You know, as long as you have a corporation or company running the crowdfunding project, I was really skeptic because, you know, there were so many movie book projects just pushed to the top with all the other crowdfunding platforms. And I was really scared away. You know, I thought, you know, I cannot do it that way. I don't speak English that good. I have not those many followers. And with Foundation, it gets really easy because you can just fund your project, and then it's on Steam, and everybody of your followers and friends will know about and will support you with some Steam, and that makes it so unique. And this is what I think is so awesome about Foundation. It's just going beside, you know, you just don't have to do anything, prepare anything special. You're just you, and you just post your project you love. And it will just be on Steam, and your followers will see and support you. And this is fantastic. I remember when ex-country travelers started a post on collecting some funds for their trips. And it wasn't that easy on Steam to get noticed with, you know, asking for some funding or some help maybe. So I think this is quite a good idea to for example, to get ex-country travelers to many, many more countries that I would love to see them there. What do you think, Ravi?
Well, it sounds like this initiative has a huge crowd social effect. I may add something to that. We used crowdfunding once to help a social enterprise, which appeared to be a tea room and a bakery. So they needed to provide vocational training for children without parental concern. Um, so what we did for them was getting the funds for part of the equipment in the kitchen, and we had uh, quite a good success. We bought two ovens and the aspirator, which are items not very affordable if you are a social entrepreneur. So maybe you should tell us, uh, how do we get to that money? What are the people supposed to do if they want to collect money through a crowdfunding, especially in a foundation?
Yeah, it's quite easy. You just log in with your Steemit account, and people fund you with Steam, and you can just draw it out and then use it for your project. So there's no extra setting up anything, preparing anything. It's so easy, and it's fully connected and integrated into the Steam blockchain. So there's nothing to think about. Just go ahead and post your project.
I see.
So shall we get on to the second Steemit trend we discovered? And this is a funny one.
Sure, if it is a funny one.
Yeah, it's Bitmoji, started by awesome Makimali, as far as I remember.
I am banging my butt on the ceiling now.
So it's Bitmoji, and I saw it first when I discovered one of Makimali's posts actually, and I thought, oh, who is this funny drawing girl? It's a drawing, and it's so awesome. And meanwhile, so many people use it at Steam, and I was asked by Simply Mike and by others, what is this art all about? Where did you get it? And what is it? And I think it's a good option here to explain a little bit more about Bitmoji. So you could go to the Bitmoji site, install your app, and create your own character. And you just then post it through everywhere. Through the Chrome browser, there's a Chrome browser add-on. You can just post your Bitmojis. So for everybody who has no idea what Bitmoji is, Ravi, I'm going to check on mine and just post one to show the people what it is.
Oh, please do. In the meanwhile, I'll tell you something. I didn't quite succeed to get my Bitmoji because it appeared that there wasn't such a beautiful, outstanding, and stunning female in the Bitmoji's website. But here we have a good assistant. Dreamsteam somehow managed to get closer to my image. So I have a Bitmoji too.
Show us!
Ah, yes. It's like a fever.
Yeah, I have fever right now.
About the Bitmojis. No.
Look at that.
So, oh, here you are. So, do you mean that basically everybody has their Bitmojis nowadays?
Yeah, as you can see, Dreamy,
you Dreamy has one. Oh no.
Yeah, so many have, but still there are some out, that keep asking, what is it? How do I get one? It's free. Just register your Bitmoji app and just create your own character. And you can get as close as possible to yourself, because you can really select from a collection of clothes. You can select everything, your hairstyle, whatever you like to. And there's even some Bitmoji clothes collections exclusively designed from Bitmoji. So it's a lot of fun. See, shadows. I love the cats. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah.
Do we have a Bitmoji of a cat? Oh, we have. Oh, shadows. Oh, I love this. And Anutu, your looks like a professor at Harvard, maybe. My compliments.
So shall we move on to the next trend we discovered?
Let's go to the next trend. Jump into it.
Alrighty. So I think you all be aware, or many of you are all aware of the problems Gina Bot had at the past days. I think it's 3 days or something. And meanwhile, with the support of you all, all these problems got sorted out. And Gina Bot is running now on a new server, and her home is large. And so there won't be any problems for the future, I think. And I was so happy, I re-steamed the post, and within, hours, there was like $260 or something like this raised for GinaBot. And it's an amazing project. This guy is just doing all the coding himself. He's just into coding for 1.5 years. And I think they did a great job. And I was so shocked when Gina went offline, because I got no information. I'm totally Gina addicted, because Gina really tells me everything. You have a new follower, you have an upvote, you have a mention somewhere on the platform. And I was so used to Gina that I really missed so many posts to comment on or mentions. I'm sorry, guys, but I had no idea, because Gina was offline. And I tried to figure out to SteamWorld, but that wasn't so easy. So I'm sorry, if I missed somebody who mentioned me. But now Gina is running again, and I really hope everything is running smoothly. So support Gina. And for the ones who don't have a Gina account, I know there are some people who were not aware that Gina is there to tell you everything what's going on with your blog. So just register for Gina, please. And there's a post we prepared. It's all explained. It's very easy. And then Gina is working for you and help you discover everything what's happening with your blog. And Ravi, do you have Gina running? I think so.
Oh, my Gina works perfectly. And yes, my name is Ravijojla, and I am Gina addict. I have prayed so many years, at least 3 weeks before Christmas, that Santa brings me a decent assistant. And here we go. We have Gina.
It's really easy, ex-country travelers. Ren, I'm going to show you. When you have time, just shoot me a DM and I explain to you. We go through the process. It's really easy.
Gina is a blast. You are informed all the time, even when you sleep. You just need to go through as you have an extra organizer. And she's so smart. She always takes a very professional care of your wallet too.
Yep, and this is my first thing in the morning when I have my morning coffee. I dig through all the Gina messages and I try to get, everybody who was commenting and comment back. And that's such a wonderful, option to even more engage with others and see what's happening on your blog and really, engage with others. So I love it. I really love it.
And I explain to you, getting up early in the morning, did I got rich? Tell me that I am rich.
Yeah, exactly. It's always, the morning surprise. Oh my goodness, 17 more Gina messages. Who is on my blog? It's something like this, it's like a lovely surprise in the morning. So shall we move on to the last trend we discovered, Ravi?
Straight away.
Alrighty, so there's some excitement coming up on Steam. So it's about maybe, hopefully, supporting getting Steam on Coinbase. So there was a post about the option, or maybe, we hope so, Coinbase is looking for new coins to put on there in the portfolio. So, and there's an interesting post about supporting bringing Steem on Coinbase. So when you get into that post by the Real Wolf, you will see it's easy just to leave a star at the portfolio of Coinbase and thus supporting getting Steem into Coinbase. And I think that will be a major blast for everybody because, I mean, we have such a fantastic community and they have to take Steem.
Anutu, we are losing you somehow. Your voice goes paler.
I'm sorry, it's
okay.
It's my slow connection. I think it's today my connection. We had rain, and every time we have rain, you know, my internet connection is fading out. Can you hear me?
Yes, it is perfect now. Is it possible that the connection is not as good as in mainland because you are living on an island? I have trouble with my mom also, who lives on Crete Island.
Exactly. You know, this is a problem here. And for the ones maybe you're not aware that Malta is right now the blockchain island. So we have 147 blockchain companies that are in the pipeline moving to Malta. And it's right now everybody needs a fast connection. And we are an island. So when it's rainy, you know, everybody's suffering. It's like terrible because the broadband is so slow. But it will. I hope they increase the service, and that we get all faster here. We have all fiberglass optics in Malta, which really was a surprise for me. I had no idea before. But now with moving 147 companies to Malta, oh my goodness, that will be yeah.
Okay, wishing you luck with this.
Hope so.
Okay, anything else as much as interesting as the previous about the Coinbase that you would like to share with us?
I think it's the best you just read into the post of the Rewolf and just check out and support Steem. Bringing Steem all together, we bring Steem to Coinbase. That would be fantastic, I think. Yeah,
thank you. And if the post is not of the recent ones, just take care and leave a nice word because of the creator who implied a lot of effort and time in it. So, what we have here next? Is it our author of the day?
It's the author of the week coming up. Oh my goodness.
The week! Huge!
Yeah,
we don't
it
have
is.
fanfares, but this is the moment you are hearing fanfares. Ta-da!
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
So who is this secret person? Will you tell us, please?
Yeah, I will. So, you know, it was really, we had a discussion in the back. So it's a new project coming up, you know, together the Welcome Wagon Weekly Digest and the Barbarella Show. From now on, we'll choose one author of the week for the whole blog. So it's not about one post, it's about the whole blog. It's the work you did on Steem, sharing wonderful stuff with us, sharing wonderful ideas, insights, artworks, whatever it is, writing, and just, you know, bringing us so much joy and so much adventure. And so we thought it might be a fantastic idea to just give an award for the overall blog, for all the work and all the passion you put into your all the posts. And I'm so happy that Mandel Sage is here today because he is Ravi. Would you like to tell it?
Da-da-da-da-da-da! Our author of the week!
Applause! Yeah!
Tap, 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 tap! I need a hands-free.
So, Mandel Sage, how do you feel becoming author of the week from the Welcome Wagon Digest and the Barbarella Show? I think he's feeling good. No, he's blushed. Like me. I'm always blushed.
Maybe. Let me tell you something about this guy. From the very first minute, I smelled his tracks on our Steemit path. I knew this person will make a huge future here. Uh, well, sometimes you switch through channels on TV because you just think, oh, I know that, I've heard that before. Well, Mandel's Sage is the type of creators who will serve a topic in a way that you have never seen, thought, read, watched before. So keep an eye on this guy.
Definitely. I was hooked. I stumbled upon one of the amazing mandala artworks.
So maybe we should invite you to stop by at Mendel Sage's blog. Oh, here's another one. That is the question posed. What is the question you may be asking? Well, to answer that, I need to fill you all in on a bit of dot dot dot. And take your time and read the rest of it. Leave a nice comment, of course, because you are a kind, polite, well-educated, and very intelligent audience.
Exactly. And I was, I'm an artist myself, and I was like, yeah, this is definitely art. What else should it be? I mean, the discussion on digital art, digital art is art. There's so much passion, so much love into it. Is it better now? Can you hear me, guys?
Come back! Come back, you are forgiven!
Hello, can you hear me, guys?
You are also nice to hear you.
So there's so much love into the mandala, and I love it so much. And the last mandala Mandel Sage put out is about spice. Guys, I don't know if you know Green, the desert planet. I think it's by Frank Herbert. It's one of my favorite movies from the past.
Oh, I think I shall write officially to the person in charge with the reins over Malta. But I guess you have said a lot of nice things about our author of the week, and let me tell you something, guys. I think this is not the biggest surprise of this week, but this is a huge topic for the entire year. I think connection went down. Oh, okay. I think we will have to wait a little bit for Anutu. And now you know, Mendel Sage is our author of the day. Please pay attention. Be nice to him, support him, and of course, we'll be back next week with another person we have spotted on the path because we are reading a lot of posts, of course. And I may tell you something very interesting. By the way, the post that impressed me at a certain, maybe at the highest extent, are those that come very accidentally on my feed. So it is good that we have the weekly digest that Anutu is so kind to prepare for us every week. But we also do a lot of work. I can't say it's a curation work because we are not so professional, but we really do a lot of reading and reviewing of good content creators. So here we go out from our author of the day, and hooray! We are jumping into the part of our Barbarella show today where you guys would step in and join our party. So today's topic was gossiping. News of the world is about yellow news. We wondered a lot, what does make people gossip so much? Are they bored? Do they need an additional attention maybe, or they just suffer some what kind of a complex would a psychologist call it? No idea. Anyway, but there should be a certain reason why people are gossiping behind the backs of the other people. So let us know your thoughts in the comments below, or if you would like, use your push to talk. I see some of the people are muted on our line, but feel free to join us. Why do people gossip? Ask himself. Pender is finding he is very intelligent. Your thoughts? No. Oh, yes. Please. They are bored for a second. Alright, I think they
So
are bored. But do you think there is a certain energy of a substantial quality that could be canalized in more positive directions? Ren thinks they are jealous. Well, maybe they are jealous because of other people's success, and I'll tell you what I think, Ren. I think the people who are gossiping are afraid of success themselves.
That's an interesting thought.
Yes, I think that personally they do not feel the right time and place to show off in a positive way. Anutu thinks that he is back. Let us hear you if you are back.
I hope it works out. Can you hear me all?
Oh yes. Now tell me,
Yeah,
do you
cool.
gossip?
Yeah, cool. So my voice connection is just switching between orange and green, and I hope you can still hear me. So it's, gossip is something I really suffered from as a child. Maybe you remember such scenes, maybe you got into, maybe not, on the schoolyard, when all the people were around, talking about you. Because I felt always like being a little bit different. A little bit more maybe. So I really did suffer, and it just, I think my personal opinion is that people just, it's ego. It's all about the egocentric stuff. Feed your ego with gossip, and you might feel better, but at the end, you have to reflect on yourself honestly. And for the people who learned to reflect honestly, they will figure out that gossip is just negativity, and negativity drawn into your life will just soak in negativity. This is my personal opinion. So, I think, gossip is nothing for me.
Well, this is
really.
exactly the point. I like the way you're thinking. It's about the ego. But your short-term relief, if you gossip, will make other people suffer. Do we need that at all? Well, Audrey says that maybe they would like to be like the other person, and Captain Dream's team thinks that they focus off their own negativity and drawing to others. Well, sounds to me quite reasonable, but does it worth it? I suggest we go a level up and try to uh, canalize our thoughts into something more positive. Because if you see a little bit deeper, if you dwell into that matter, you will definitely find out that dealing with ego will draw you away from the community. And we on Steemit are the people who know at best that community is that miraculous phenomenon that achieves added value and a lot of other good things that we share. So, level up, guys. My suggestion is to have real good thinking on what is the good content. What if you wake up this morning and think of the carpe diem, think of your life. How would you imagine you give some reasonable thought or content to your day? Of course, I am sure that most of you guys have reached to that point in your creators' lives because you do great content. So we will be very glad if you share with us what is the good content for you. If you spot a creator or a post a creator has done, what is the appealing part of it that provokes you to vote? Where do you find this inspiration? I'll be glad to hear or read your thoughts. Please, the air is yours. Hello, hello. Is it raining in the entire world? Yay, Ren thinks that is the difference between here and Facebook. I totally agree. I totally agree. There are huge differences between this social network and the Facebook social network. Actually, to be honest, I'm not very active on Facebook. I have never been, as a matter of fact. My profile on Facebook was created by my friends and never uh, enjoyed to be sustained by myself. But anyway, what I see in Facebook on daily basis when I check birthdays mainly is how people attack each other. They start from a main topic and they end up at a 12th topic somewhere in the universe. And now, being at the 100 plus days on Steemit, I swear I have never seen argumentations, crossed people, or negative comments on Steemit, and I wish and I really believe that this will stay as it is because it's a really good energy. How about this, Anutu? What do you think about Steemit?
Can you hear me still? Yeah?
Yes, I do.
Good! So I'm here again.
Yoo-hoo!
Yeah, woo-hoo. So,
My eyelashes
what
start trembling when I listen to you.
Yeah, cool. So, for me, really good content is something that really touches me, really draws me into, soaks me into, and raises thoughts. So I read some posts on the platform that really were like, I had to think about for days. It was just a thought I had in my mind when reading this. And the thought got stronger and stronger and was an opportunity for me to reflect and even to get deeper into some subject maybe I haven't touched before, or some idea or some inspiring artwork. And sometimes I really have to think about some context, some posts for days, because I really like it so much to be inspired and by others. And this is just something that is so wonderful on the platform that keeps me sometimes thinking for days and reflecting on new subjects, and then put something out, just to have an own idea on something and learn something. And this is so fantastic, just, in the way we support each other with our posts, inspire others. It's like domino stones. I mean, imagine these domino stones, you put them on the table, one after the other, like in a row, and there's somebody just touching the first one, and the first one falls. And this is sometimes something that happens to me when I read awesome content. So it's like the first domino stone falls, and you get inspired, and you step into a new subject, new thing, and you have to write about it or have to do an artwork about it. And this is something I really love so much, to be like, getting touched and get some new inspiration, and then the domino stones fall. So I think, Steam has really the potential to bring change, in some subjects, inspire in other subjects. And this is what great great posts are all about.
Yes. By the way, your opinion is shared by Mendel Sage, who says that you have to find a thing and that provokes a thought or a feeling when you find a good post. It is, well, slightly like that. It's emotional, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's emotions that make the moment. This is, I think we all remember the moments. You know, it's sometimes I have an emotional experience, I remember that particular moment. But I'm overly emotional, help me. Yeah, no, I'm good. But it's like you have this emotional moment and the moment sticks to your brain. And it's like you sometimes don't remember the year or the month or the particular day, but you remember that particular moment that really touches you, that really makes a difference. And I think our life is about moments. It's a collection of moments, maybe. What do you think, Ravi?
Absolutely agree. Couldn't be said more correctly and more clearly. So I see that at this point on Steemit, we do not have a screen type of a filter to say what is good and bad, what is white and black, when it is about posts and creators. But the good creator will always inspire you. The good creator will touch a string in your soul. If we, yeah, yep, to whom is that? Yep. Do you give someone a sad memory? To me? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Here's the cappuccino for you. Thank you. Do you give someone a sad memory or do you give them a good, amazing memory? Says or asks Ren. Well, Ren, to be honest, it is very difficult to say or act like one in a way to not disturb or confuse other people. But as grown-ups and as creators on Steemit, we have the duty and the obligation to think and behave positively, to inspire other people. And I think, and I once even published it in one of my posts, and I said that Steemit teaches us huge life lessons. I see that I have changed. Not that I am now flattering myself, but I see certain changes in my behavior. Don't know about you guys. I'm just I'm curious. Share your thoughts with us, please. If you lose the sad, you have to be prepared to lose the happy. Beta blockers for the win. Tenderis. Tenderis is the wisdom on Steemit. If you don't know, something that
Definitely.
yeah, something that people often don't appreciate is that all of the emotional spectrum is important. Oh, how nice you have put that, Mandel Sage. When you're down or sad, you should just embrace that, allow yourself to go through it and try learn from it, being aware that all of the spectrum is important actually helps to keep your mind at peace. People are writing and I lost mental stage, but I'm back no matter what you're going through. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. We are strong characters and Steemit is for only the strongest. Barbarella says I love you to somebody. Is this maybe our big fish that we love? Not sure. Maybe. Anutu, should we introduce our big fish today?
Yeah, the big fish. Here he comes. No, she. Ha ha. I was tricking you.
We have a captain. We have a captain. Ta-da!
Yeah. It's Captain Dreamsy. Dreamy.
Good morning.
Oh,
I'm just sitting here laughing at you too.
Oh, hello! You have such a soft voice today.
Oh, do I? I tried to make it louder. Is that better?
Oh yes, it is. Maybe we are very loud, so you sound like a very soft person, and I don't thought you are one. But anyway, so how are you today, Dreamy? Do we hear each other, guys?
At the moment,
Yeah, something happened to the Discord. But anyway, do you hear ourselves now?
In and out.
so I'm gonna try to. Oh, I remember.
I hear you're going.
Goodness,
to
I
try
cannot describe
something. Oh god.
it. It was so surprising. I have feelings because I was so. So I was so happy and I was so amazed because you're just the way you are. You inspire, you support, and you're really, yeah, somebody that is, yeah, you know, for me, I'm really touched right now talking to you. So, so would you like to tell us a little bit more how what was the first thing you did after you introduced yourself on Steam? So how did you work up that way after your introduction?
Oh, please tell us first, what time is it?
Well,
What time is it, Dreamy?
for me, it's 8:45 in the morning.
For you.
Oh my goodness, that's early.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what did
I
you...
woke up early for you guys.
So what did you think when you got up this morning? When you woke up? Oh,
Oh
I
my
have a
goodness.
show to
Okay,
attend.
so the very first thing that was on my mind this morning was the very first thing that was on my mind when I went to bed last night, and I actually dreamed about it, and that was this show. I was dreaming that I was on this show already, and so when I woke up, I was like, okay, I have to get ready. I have to be ready for the show.
Yeah, I dreamed also of this show. I had nightmares because I was so excited.
Barbarella chasing Anutu with galaxy guns.
Sorry, it's just like so. I was like so nervous, you know. I was so nervous, and I never did something like this. And I'm more the shy person, and it was really like, oh my goodness, and you know how was it?
Barbarella's chasing me. Oh,
I'm sorry.
I need another
just,
planet.
you know, it's just, just like I am.
Okay, so Dream, you are widely recognized as a very active Steemit agent catalyst for me, who constantly builds capacity, encourage not only my success, but supporting hugely the community. Let me bring you back in the earlier days. Could you remember what was the year when you started steaming?
Yes. I started steaming in 2016, and my friend Creator kept telling me that I needed to come, and I kind of came secretly, and I didn't tell him, and then I followed him. And he didn't know that I was here reading all his posts, and then when I finally started writing, he was mad at me because he said, I can't believe you didn't tell me you were here all this time. But I just kind of wanted to figure it out and see what was going on. I didn't want anybody to know what I was doing just yet until I was sure that I wanted to stay. So that's how it started.
So, as Anutu previously asked, what was the first thing you did after introducing yourself to Steemit community? Was it like talking to the community behind the glass? Did they hear your voice at the very beginning, or you had to wait for a little while?
Well, surprisingly, maybe it was because it was a smaller platform then. I don't know. But yeah, you did. Shadows, actually, I think I found another one that you